my goodness. Hi, friends! I am so freaking excited to be officially announcing. Yesterday, I held reading sprints to really kick off Booktober, but of course, this will be the first official Booktober video. So, if you are new to my channel, hello, welcome. My name is Sam, and oh goodness, I think every year I have attempted, keyword is attempt, I've attempted to complete Booktober, which is one video every single day, mixed with between reading vlogs, sit-down videos, normal content, things like wrap-ups or unboxings that I always have every month, different book tags that fit the spooky season, and hopefully some live shows. We'll see how those go. But of course, I also desperately want reading vlogs, and I thought this year, heavily inspired by Mel over at Melanor Reads, I saw last December she did Booktuber advent calendar vlogs where her friends sent in a video being like, here's a book for you to read, and then she would read the video, she would read the book in the video. I'm too excited to get through this intro. So sorry. But that was like her whole thing. She had friends and then she'd go through 12 days, whatever. I'm doing something kind of similar, heavily inspired by Mel, and I thought how fun would it be if I did a Booktuber trick-or-treat. So every other day is kind of my plan. Every other day I will have a new Booktuber trick-or-treat reading vlog up for you, and each day is going to start with us picking out one of these little candies. These are origami candies that I made, and they have trick books and treat books from a bunch of my booktube friends, and oh my goodness, thank you everybody who helped with this, everybody who participated, everybody who gave me recommendations. Some people have sent in videos, some people haven't. I am just so thankful that like you can reach out to people in your community and like they will come through, and it's just so fun and exciting, and I'm just so freaking appreciative of absolutely everybody involved. There is no possible way for me to read all of the things, but I'm gonna do my darndest to read as much as I can. Obviously, if we're getting a video every other day, we'll have like, what, 15 or 16 depending on how scheduling would work. So that means that I would be missing out on the other half of my books here, but who knows. I'm gonna see if there's some where I can kind of double up, or if I pull both trick and treat throughout the month, I'll try to include those into one video for that person so that, you know, we see everybody's stuff at least once, hopefully. I just want to make it kind of fair, you know? But it's the introduction, which means it's the first day, which means we have to make the first pick. I'm so nervous. Okay. This one. I will be honest with you, I have been getting recommendations for about 2 months. So I have very little memory on what candy piece goes to what thing. I think I know what 2 of them are. Maybe 3, because I do have some that are cardstock because I ran out of paper, but I know what 2 of like the original candies are. And I'll be very excited if I pull them, but like if I don't, that's fine. But I know what those 2 are specifically because I thought I was being funny. So here you have it. Okay, this first one, unraveling these is way harder than it looks because there's so much folding. I can't read what that says. Oh, Rachel with Dungeon Crawler Carl. This is a trick, I remember that much. And Rachel was one of the first people that I asked and got back to me, so I'm very excited to have this. What an unspooky start to the season. Dungeon Crawler Carl is a title that I cannot stand saying because it's so hard for me. But it's a lit RPG type story. We're basically following Carl, who is chasing his girlfriend's cat, Princess Donut, out in the streets when basically an alien apocalypse happens, and the aliens are like, hey, you've taken a bunch of resources, you haven't been paying us back, it's time for us to take over your planet, and basically flatten the entire planet into nothing, scraps, zero. And if you want to like try and have your apocalyptic lifestyle, you can stay on the surface that's flat and like try to survive, or you can go into like these caves or something, dungeons, obviously. You can go into dungeons and participate in like these games or challenges, and it's like reality TV for the aliens, but like deathly for you. There's like, what, 9 or something crazy amount of books in this series. It has really blown up again. It's got like a resurgence, I think, from being traditionally published. It is huge. A lot of critiques on the misogyny and the racism and the potentially a lot of the isms, you know? So I am a little bit nervous about that. People love it. Even people who would traditionally talk out against racism in their books are still liking it. So I'm worried that I'm going to look stupid and also fall into that camp of being like, oh, well, I like it, but also. So I don't know how it's going to go, how I'm going to feel. Should I be supporting this author because they potentially have bad views? I don't know. I don't know the series well enough. I've only listened to a few people's discourse on it. So I'm here to form, I guess, my own opinions on this very first book. So without further ado, I'll be listening to the audiobook. I don't know where my phone is, but I might also see if the ebook is on Kindle Unlimited, which I think it is. So if that is the case, I will like tandem read both of these together. So that'll be fun. But yeah, I'm a little bit hesitant, a little bit nervous, but also pretty excited. So let's read some D&D shit, because I love Dungeons and Dragons, man. Thank you, Rachel! Okay, hi. I have started Dungeon Crawler Carl, and it's funny. It's a very silly time right off the bat. I was listening while I was making breakfast and just like having a nice little time. I laughed out loud on the second chapter. It's Carl and his ex-girlfriend's cat, Princess Donut, who get basically apocalypted into an alien TV show similar to Survivor, more similar to a dungeon crawl in D&D. Same like stats and everything, has like inventory. It's very video game RPG, and it's so far just fun. It's obviously going to get emotional at times, like most of the planet of Earth. Most of Earth has been completely collapsed and destroyed. It's apocalyptic out there for anyone who might not have gone into the dungeon caverns, but basically it's like everyone's probably dead, and those who are not might die within this like basically a reality TV show, but a deadly version of it. And it's very like dystopian in some senses. I can already feel that there's going to be some conversations throughout the book. So far it's just like tutorial mode, fighting, getting to know the characters. I think that the narrator's doing a very good job at like breaking it up. And I'm having a good time so far. Again, not a lot has really happened. We've met Mordecai. Mordecai is like the shopkeeper guy. I assume that he's going to be a reoccurring character. And then we had somebody who like cooked food, and then obviously Carl and Donut. So we're getting like a cast of characters going on a little bit, but overall like it's funny. It's good narration on the audiobook. It's fun. I know that there's like a lot of conversation about whether or not the views within the book are the same as the author's views, and like there's racism and fat phobia, and I haven't really gotten to that yet. I don't know. It's a tough conversation that I don't know if I'm even able to navigate. So I'll see if the internet has like good conversations about Dungeon Crawler Carl and the views and conversations happening within. But I know that it's also like gonna have an anti-capitalist take, and it's, you know, poking fun at incels, and it's just a goofy time. So we'll see. I'm gonna keep listening. Today I have to go out and about with my mother. We're gonna go get some lunch and probably pop into the mall for Bath and Body Works stuff. So that's kind of my plans for this early afternoon. And then I think, yeah, on the drives I will be listening to this, and I'm also listening, completely irrelevant, does not matter, but I'm listening to a romance right now, and I'm also kicking my feet, so I'm having just like a good audiobook day, really. So that's where we're at though. I'm guessing 20% at 2.7 speed. It's roughly a little over 5 hours long for me, and I have 3 hours and 45 minutes left. So that's the math in which we are at. I don't know. Audible has really got to learn how to show us where we are actually at percentage-wise. It's very annoying, but whatever. Audible kind of sucks anyway, so whatever. Good morning. I made it to part 2 of Dungeon Crawler Carl last night, and then I've listened a little bit more this morning while getting ready for work. I'm on chapter 33 out of 48, including the epilogue, so making good progress. I have an hour and 50 minutes left, so I think I'm going to focus on just finishing it today, seeing as I don't think I'm going to have a lot to say on it, or like my opinions are going to really change a whole bunch. I'm enjoying my time. I'm laughing out loud. It's very fun. I am a very big video game player. I'm a very big D&D fan. I think that if Dropout TV, Dimension 20, or Critical Role did like mini season of like dungeon crawling reality TV, it would be so much fun. I would love something like that. I think that this is just fun. It's kind of campy. It's just adventurous, and I like the characters. I'm really into Princess Donut. She makes me laugh. I'm a big cat person. I'm really enjoying Carl as a character. We're getting like glimpses to his previous life and like his daddy issues and childhood traumas and just like the upbringing that he had. Every once in a while he mentions his ex-girlfriend who like left him for another man. Like he's kind of just going through it, but like having to survive and hating every second but still like kind of enjoying things, and having this cat who's living for this. It's kind of fun. Like, yeah, it's a lot of action. So if you don't enjoy like fighting scenes or a little bit of like fantasy gore, then maybe this won't be for you. But I do enjoy like the peek behind the curtain, like seeing the glimpse of what the actual show is like, seeing some of the other contestants, but also like interviews or the types of aliens and different races that have been conquered by these people and like different planets that have been taken, and like the politics behind it all is kind of interesting. So I'm having a pretty like alright time. Like I'm not getting that 5-star feel from it necessarily. Like it is just kind of a good time. So it's probably like in the 4-star range. I don't think it's ever like wowed me or like knocked my socks off, but I'm having a really fun time. I'm laughing. I'm enjoying the characters. Like the world is really cool. So I'm having a good time. That's kind of my update, and I don't really foresee a lot changing with that. Like it is just for me a good time. I think Rachel is so funny for giving me this as a trick, because she's like, I don't know if you like it, but Rachel and I bonded on Dropout TV. Like we talked about how much we loved different Dimension 20 seasons, and like that kind of brought us closer. Like obviously we knew of each other because of Booktube and had talked through like, you know, mutuals, how we do, we comment on videos and whatnot, but we I think I might have slid into her DMs for Dimension 20 conversation, and that's just like our main shtick. It's just something that we love talking about because I'm a big D&D nerd. It's kind of what I enjoy. So yeah, it's funny that this is the book that she was like, this is a trick because I don't know if you'll like it, but it's like also right up my alley. So I think that's like a perfect trick book of being like, you could hate something like this, but from the information I know about you, this could be a win. And I'm so very pleased by that. So yeah, I'm having a good time. I'm going to keep listening. I'm probably going to finish this like first thing at work this morning. I'm leaving for the office in like 25 minutes. So I'll listen to it on my way to work up until I leave for work, at work, and then I'll probably finish it and start reading other things at the office. But I just wanted to check in kind of as like a halfway point before finishing it, just so that you guys know where I'm at this current moment. But again, I don't foresee it really changing anything. I'm interested to see how it's going to end. It seems like I'm hoping kind of for a bit of a cliffhanger for the end of this book, because we finished like level 1, like zone 1, and now we're going down into dungeons, as you probably would. So we're going down, we're on the 2nd level at this point in time, and so I'm curious like how far Carl himself will get, if he's gonna be like the chosen one who can go so far, or if he's gonna be like other characters who give up at a certain level. Like there's just a lot of room for uncertainty, and obviously like somebody could die. No one's died yet. Well, no one we know or care about. Monsters have died, but anywho, I'm intrigued to see how this one is going to wrap up and end. Like, is it gonna have like a nice clean cut, like we get to the end of level 2 and then like the next book picks up going into level 3, or is it like an epic ending where it's like the boss battle and something goes a bit awry? I just don't know. I'm curious. I want to know how it's gonna end. That's it. That's all I have for you this morning. I will see you guys probably this evening when I get home. I'll chit chat about my final thoughts, if I have anything crazy, what my rating ends up being. But yeah, that's where we're at. Okay, wish me luck at work today. Bye!
11 hours later.
So I have finished Dungeon Crawler Carl. Finished it today at the office, like I said I would, bright and early. It's been a day. It was my coworker's birthday, so I bought lunch for us, and then I ended up having to buy lunch for everybody. So that's really fun for me, but now I have leftovers, so I don't have to worry about making dinner tonight, and that's very exciting as well. I have 5 bags of tortilla chips because the place that we go to really loads them up, and they're some of the best fresh tortilla chips, I think, in the city. Like, they're so good. And they make good burritos, and I had a great time, so it was good. Good day overall. I got work done, as I should. So it was very productive, while still being, like, pretty chill. A bunch of people left early, so, like, by the end, it was just me and my birthday coworker, so we had a little fun time. I'm out of practice of speaking out loud. Anywho, Dungeon Crawler Carl. At the end of the day, I don't want to necessarily excuse the issues or invalidate the issues people have with this book. Like, if you read this and you were offended by it, or you didn't like the crude humor or the way things were sexualized and everybody had to be in a specific gender binary, or if you didn't enjoy the stereotypes or just like the woman hating of it all, I don't blame you. That's fine. I think that's like probably normal. Did I still have a very fun time? Yes. Will it get better or worse as the books go on? I don't know. But what I do know is I got exactly what I signed up for. Like, it is dude bro fantasy. It is clearly like a man writing for men. It's clearly somebody who really enjoys video games and sticks to the accuracy of a video game. Like most video games, especially for dude bros, especially video games that this book felt like it could have easily been written in 2012. Like, it has some outdated humor that I don't necessarily align with, but also like reminds me of the men who play video games and then like harass women who are in the lobby calls. Call lobbies? Lobby call. And so like I understand all of those complaints. Like, I totally get it. I didn't ever feel super frustrated by it or like it was taking me out of the story or making me upset, because I didn't necessarily feel like it was the author saying like Hispanic women are fat. Like, I didn't feel like it was the author directly feeling the same ways. I think that Carl is a morally gray character. Like, he's killing people to survive, which is like complex. Like, obviously him killing innocent goblins who are just trapped in the same puzzle that he's trapped in, this stupid game for reality TV purposes. Obviously, killing people's not ideal, but it is kind of like the name of the game, and so it's complex in that way of like, what would you do in a situation of an apocalypse? Are you going to kill people to survive if they start to attack you? Like, what would you do? It's not like an easy thing. Obviously, you're suspending your disbelief. You're putting aside the real world because this isn't real anymore. It's completely fiction. It's fantasy. So like, you have to kind of separate those things. Like, yeah, Carl's not like a great guy, but he's funny. I did enjoy the humor of this. Apparently I align with dude bro humor, which is like embarrassing for me really at the end of the day. But it is crude. It is sexual. I don't love all of the jokes, but there were many moments that I did laugh. I really like Princess Donut, and I think that's a really good indicator of like how you feel about this book. Like, if you like Minoko, if you like, no, not Minoko, that's Expedition 33. Malachi. If you like Malachi, if you like Princess Donut, if you like Mongo at the end, if you like Carl, that's going to decide how you feel about this book. If you don't like Carl, you're not going to have a good time. If you don't enjoy the humor, you're not going to have a good time. If you don't get video games, I was raised watching my sister play video games. Like, we would go back and forth. Like, I played so many of these games where it's like, you are woman, you are man, and it's going to be described to you, and it's like very specific and clear in those ways because that's just how video games kind of were. I do think there's like a big shift as somebody who plays a lot of Sims. Like, there's shifts happening in society where we're getting non-binary characters and trans characters, and like things are becoming more normalized, but that's not really how video games have been. At the end of the day, if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. If you hate this book because of the things that it says, then like, hate the book. Like, that's the cool thing about books. I overall had fun with it. It felt a little bit long. It dragged at moments. Their action scenes got repetitive, as a video game does, because they had to grind to get XP so that they could get more loot so that they could survive longer. So there was moments of like action where I was like, but I like that it was broken up with reality TV moments where they were going to these interviews and Princess Jonas was like being her home wife. What's the show? Reality Housewives. Doesn't matter. She was living her little drama-filled queen moment, and I love that for her. But again, I like that we were breaking it up with like interviews and seeing how the society worked and hanging out in like the safe zones and getting to know some of the other players and all of, like the fucked up things that were really going on. Like, this just had a lot more complexity to it than I was expecting. But at the end of the day, I read for enjoyment. I know, sorry, a crime. And as hypocritical as it may sound, I might be a bad person for all of these things, but I enjoyed this overall. I had a good time. I would say realistically, it's probably like 3.5, 3.75. I'll round up on Goodreads to a 4 though, because I had fun. I laughed out loud. It was something easy to digest and just something that I could think on, but also just like zone into and like lock in and like giggle every time like these stupid achievements were happening. The patch notes was my favorite moment of the entire book. Just like, we're updating these things that weren't supposed to be happening. Like, I just like the video game aspects of it all as somebody who loves video games. So I just get nerded out over the things that I really enjoyed. And yeah, I'm blissfully being ignorant and ignoring the things that people have correctly complained about and pointed out, but I'm just kind of being, a bad person and a hypocrite, and I'm just ignoring, like, the questionable things of either this author or just, like, this universe. I don't really know what it is. I don't know anything about this author, really. I know that he is a white man. So, I don't know. It's complex. I don't know. You can think I'm a terrible person for loving this book, but also everybody loves this book, so it's I don't know. Like, I don't want to be that person that's, like, supporting bad authors, but I don't yet know enough about this author specifically to, like, not feel like I can read these books, Like, if it turns out that he's, like, actually misogynistic, actually sexist, actually racist, I would cut him off in an instant. Like, if I didn't continue in the series, I'm not going to be, like, super sad about it, but at this current moment, I have no reason to not continue. I have no reason to, like, be over, like, upset about things. I don't know. I don't want to, like, I feel like I'm invalidating people who have, like, actual complaints and, like, were really bothered by this book, and I don't want that to be how it is. So I'm sorry. I just suck. How about that? What a weird way to end this video of just, like, the most self-deprecating I could be. Wow. Well, anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed. I am sorry about this, like, weird tangent that I've gone on with Dungeon Crawler Carl, the worst title in the world. Overall, I had fun with it. I understand and hear the complaints. I'm not trying to invalidate anybody who does not like this book, but it's having a lot of mass success, and it's, like, getting a resurgence since it's being traditionally published, and, like, it's got a lot of hype around it right now. Is it overhyped? Maybe. I don't know if it's that good. I think people are just, like, really looking for fun right now. The world is on fire. Things are bad and tough for a lot of us, and so I understand, like, picking something up like this and turning your brain off and just being like, let's do a dungeon crawl, let's fight some goblins, let's go on a interview show and listen to Princess Donut, get along with the crowd. Like, it's just, how romantasy is, like, shut your brain off and have a good time. That's kind of what dude bro fantasy is at the end of the day. Like, it's just the romantasy for men, and sometimes it works for my simpleton brain. Anywho. Anyway, that's all for this video. We made it to the end of day 1. Wow! Technically day 2, because day 1 was, like, reading sprints, but hope that you enjoyed this video and all the chaos that I've brought to it here at the end. I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh my goodness. The beginning of many see you tomorrows. Bye, guys.